beer is made. Whether you enjoy consuming the fermented beverage or not, there is no denying its popularity. It is estimated that in 2018, over 6.3 billion gallons of beer were consumed in the United States alone. That is a lot of beer. So, how's beer made exactly? There's actually a lot of science that goes behind the production of beer. Science contributes to the beer type, flavor, and amount of alcohol. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Water, malted grain, hops, and yeast. That's it. That's all you need to make beer. The combinations and processes of these 4 ingredients make all the difference. These ingredients are boiled together for certain amounts of time, then the final mixture is filtered and fermented. Making beer can be simplified into 3 main steps: making the wort, fermenting the wort, and bottling or packaging. Step 1. Making the wort. First, we prepare our wort by mixing our starch source, which is usually malted barley, with hot water. This process is called mashing. Mashing takes about 1 to 2 hours. During this time, the starches found in malted barley, or other grains, are converted into sugar or glucose. After all the sugars have saturated the water, the liquid is separated and now we have our wort. The wort is then set to boil for about an hour. During this time, water evaporates while the sugars and other components of the wort remain. During the boil, hops are added to the wort. Hops contribute bitterness, flavor, and aroma in beer. Different amounts of hops can be added at different times during the boil. After boiling, the wort is set to cool down and it is finally ready for the yeast. Step 2. Fermentation. Let's take a look. Yeast is the star in this process. It is responsible for making the beer alcoholic and carbonated. Yeast seeks out glucose molecules left behind by the grains and hops. During fermentation, the yeast converts the glucose into ethanol, which is alcohol, and CO2, which is the carbonation. Fermentation should start within 12 to 36 hours and will last anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the beer style. Step 3. Bottling or packaging. Now it is time to bottle or can the beer. The beer is now put into whichever storage device preferred, but it is important to keep oxygen away from the beer. Oxygen is beer's worst enemy and can alter the flavor of beer in a very bad way. Once the beer is bottled, a few more weeks are required for conditioning. And there you have it, the basics of making beer. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to drink responsibly. Cheers!